So I feel like Matt Dinniman is trying to, I don't know, outgross us, out mind bend us, out whatever the fuck these bosses are.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to look at pork products the same again.
Besides the giant ball of porkers, they still have the geriatrics to worry about.
Let's see what Carl has up his non-sleeves for these situations. Only one way to find out. Let's turn the page.
Welcome, crawlers, to chapters 26 through 32 of Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. You're listening to Book for Two. I'm Scott.
And I'm Genevieve.
We're a married couple who reads the same chapters every week.
And then refuse to let each other get away with bad takes.
She's here for the magic and the mayhem of the heart.
And he's here for the lore and the legendary stakes.
Every week we read the same chapters and pretend we're going to keep it calm and reasonable.
And then immediately start debating fictional people like they personally offended us.
That's right. And now it's time for our favorite part where we talk about our lives and what's going on with the podcast, starting strong with what we are currently reading. So what are you on right now?
I am reading the Kaiju Preservation Society by John. I think I'm about 80% done. So I'm towards the end of it, but I'm in the very thick of it. And I keep getting pulled away from it. So I think I'm actually mid-chapter, which is unheard of.
I can tell that you're enjoying it because every time you're reading it, you're laughing your butt off. So typical Scalzi, I'm guessing.
Yes.
How is it compared to the first one you read, though? Supervillain.
Supervillains had a lot more starter villain. Starter villain had a lot more funny lines in it, I think. So I liked that one a whole lot better. But it was a really great introduction into Scalzi. I really like his style of writing.
Yeah, I can tell that starter villain was a lot more in line with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, especially with the talking dolphins that were trying to create a union. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking forward to reading Kaiju Preservation because Scalzi is absolutely hilarious. So probably after I'm done reading what I'm reading, which is Empire of the Dan by Jay Kristoff, which is book 2 of the Empire of the Vampire series. And holy fuck, what a book 2. This is Golden Sun, Dan Brown, book 2 level, possibly got tier 6. This is how book 2 should be.
Whoa.
And I'm about, for you Kindle folk, I'm about 66, 67% of the way in. I'm going to go ahead and say for us readers that I am about 350 pages in to 360.
I'm impressed with you knowing how many pages you are in.
Yeah. No, but this is gory as fuck.
You've said repeatedly.
Holy shit. Dude, if they ever turn this into a movie or a series, this might be NC-17, and not because of the sex, but because of the gore. The way these vampires in this clan in particular treat the humans is what he might be saying something about cattle farms. Just think of that as humans.
Oh.
Yeah. But worse, though. What they do to humans is way worse.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Am I actually going to enjoy these books?
Oh, they're good.
Okay.
He has a lot of great one-liners. I wish I had some revved up right now. I'll bring some next week because I'll probably be on book 3 by then, which only a trilogy. So if anyone wants to read it.
Is it done at the trilogy?
Yeah, he's done.
Okay.
From what I understand.
Okay.
Probably done with the main character story. It might move on to someone else's story.
Okay.
So I obviously haven't read it yet. I don't know the end because I'm staying the fuck away from spoilers on this one because with all the SJM books, Fourth Wing, everything is spoiled. So luckily,
but you're on top of this series.
That's because this book is not as big, and also because you and I have been kind of silent on book talk lately, which we spoke about last week.
Yeah,
we're getting back in it slowly. We're creeping in back on book talk.
Yeah, we're getting there.
So speaking of creeping, the editing for JC Lynn's interview is going slowly. That is not anyone's fault. It's just the audio came out weird, so it's taking a little bit more finesse to fix. I was hoping to be done by May 13th, but it's looking more like the following week, May 20th. So please just bear with me on this one. Again, husband, wife, jobs, all that stuff. But
I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Yeah. So it's all on him at this point.
But it's a great interview, and that's why I'm trying to clean it up as fast as I can for you guys. You'll absolutely enjoy it.
Yeah, love the interview. Let's talk about our book choices next week.
Yes, so we will have a few lined up. It'll either be book 2 of Dungeon Crawler Carl or something else, depending on what you guys want. I'm not going to sway anyone's vote, but I'm kind of leaning towards book 2 because why just do book 1?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah. If you're having fun with it, that's just...
I'm having a great time with it. I definitely want to see where it's going. So I don't see why book 2 wouldn't be where we would head. So that's my vote for right now. But again, open to suggestions. What are you guys in the mood for?
Yeah. And
are you enjoying our take on Dungeon Crawler Carl? Let us know.
And just because we say that we would like to dive into book 2 does not mean we wouldn't like to dive into the other books that we're going to offer up. Because if we really just wanted to do book 2, we would say, fuck it, we're just going to do book 2, to be honest. But we would like to give you guys a vote.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yes. All right. So I do kind of have one little funny antidote to give people from what I learned from my job about the whole never judge a book by it's cover, right? Anecdote. There you go. Not antidote. Antidote we'll talk about on Nerds Explain Nerd Things, which is a whole different thing. It's about healing people, but neither here nor there. So anecdote. There you go. About never judging a book by its cover. So I was checking out boomers. So probably in their 60s, 70s. And I don't like the stereotype, but unfortunately, he looked like what your typical MAGA boomer would look like here in the South, right? And he was with his wife, and he pulls up with Akamath, the second book in the Akatar series. And then there was like another book, I think it was a nonfiction war. So I assumed, obviously, vice versa, the one's for the wife and the nonfiction is for him. And then I was like, I looked at the wife and I was like, oh, how are you liking Akatar? And the guy looks at me and says, oh, I'm the one reading Akatar and I think it's pretty good so far. So I'm excited to read this. And I was like, what? Yeah. And he was like, oh yeah, I've already done the other series. So he had already done the Throne of Glass series too. And he was like, yeah, he's really good. So I decided to check this one out. He's definitely different, but I like it so far. And I was like, I didn't know I couldn't compute. My mind was like, error. I was like, this did not match up like this.
Now I have a question. Did you ask him at what point he read Assassin's Blade?
I did not, because I think my mind was just like, I was like, I am very
happy. My brain is broken.
Yeah. I was like pleasantly surprised. I was like, damn, I'm never judging anyone ever again. This is good for him.
I love that.
Yeah, that was super cool. So another fun thing that we are doing is, I don't know if you guys, most of you probably have heard of the Owl House already. Obviously, we're late to the scene. That's just because our kids are just now of that age to watch the show. We are obsessed, and we can see why a lot of other people and adults are obsessed with it. It has lots of really good themes in it.
I'm glad that we're finding it now. It seems like the perfect time for it. My favorite character at this point in time is Hootie.
Oh, yeah. Hootie's a hoot.
Hootie's a hoot. Huge. I can't not do that at least 10, 20 times a day. That is definitely on my echolalia list right now.
Yeah, and I love Ida, and I think it's also because of the voice actress. And I was like, it has to be her. It has to be. Remember, I went searching on IMDb yesterday, and I was like, it is her from Just Shoot Me.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sorry, I don't know her name off the top of my head. That's the ADHD. But I was like, oh, that voice it's so soothing. She has such a great voice.
Is it the cadence, maybe?
It might
I feel like she has a really good cadence when she's speaking.
She sounds very genuine too, and also, but she sounds genuine but spontaneous at the same time. It's weird. That's why I like Ida's character, because she's quirky but wise at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's how her voice fits so well. That's what it feels like. It's like a quirky, wise. If you think about the wise old man on the mountain, they're always weird and quirky because they've been by themselves the whole time. I think about that female version. If there was a female wise lady on top of the mountain, it would be Ida.
A wise owl lady.
Wise owl lady. And she was by herself.
Yep.
With just her, King, and Hootie. Good luck with that. Just having a Hootie as your best friend.
Oh, man.
Man, great show.
I love it so much.
Now, let's talk about your bedazzling, because what showed up at our doorstep yesterday, and we will have the picture up for everybody, was, I don't know, is it gemstones or is it for the dot painting?
No.
Is it for bedazzling books?
It's for bedazzling whatever I want to bedazzle.
Oh, okay. You just wanted some bedazzles?
So, yeah. So literally I could bedazzle this mushroom.
So what you're saying is I might work an 8-hour shift on a Sunday, come home, and random shit around the house is going to be bedazzled.
I am not confirming nor denying that might happen tomorrow. or next Sunday.
Oh.
But what happened?
What the hell are you going to bedazzle? Freeze.
Probably going to start with this guy now that I've looked at him. I'm so excited.
Cats are
Oh
going
my
to have
gosh.
brand new collars. They finally wear them now because they're bedazzled.
They're bedazzled collars.
$1,000.
Gonna bedazzle your camera. Gonna bedazzle your microphone. Gonna bedazzle my microphone.
Dude.
I'm probably gonna bedazzle my microphone.
Sure, to make these hearts really pop. Some bedazzled.
It'll probably hurt you if you wear them, though. All right. I haven't actually opened up the case yet, so we're safe right now. Violet will be here this afternoon.
That's true. All right. Speaking of not being safe, here are some spoiler and trigger warnings.
Yes, it is time to activate your spoiler shield. We are covering Dungeon Crawler Carl through chapter 32. Enter at your own risk.
This series contains blood, profanity, catastrophic decision-making, and a cat with more sass than RuPaul's Drag Race. Proceed responsibly. Also, if you're enjoying this show, hit follow or subscribe so you don't miss next week's dive. Also, if you are enjoying our humble little show and you know of other Chaos Gremlins who would enjoy our vibe, please share our show with them. For small independent shows like ours, it helps way more than...
We drop new episodes weekly every Wednesday on podcast platforms and YouTube. We also go live on TikTok every week for the unfiltered version, theories, reactions, and whatever we didn't say on mic.
And if you want to reach out directly, questions, thoughts, business inquiries, you can email us at bookfor2podcast@gmail.com. All right, time for our recap. Last week, Carl and Princess Donut met a group of boomers from a retirement center and their capable guardians. The plus side, stairs. The downside, a big ball of pork is guarding said stairs.
Which brings us to this week's chapters. Our reluctant heroes make it to a famous late-night talk show, and no, it's not Kimmel.
Aw.
They make it to level 2, meet some new mobs, get their first follower count, and that's all after they defeat a swinging swine orgy ball.
Ooh.
Okay, spoiler shield fully engaged. We can't wait to crawl into this week's chapters.
I feel like every episode gets way more insane. Off to the madhouse. Let's dive into chapters 26 through 32 of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Let's turn the page.
Speed bump or bust. Chapter 26, time to level collapse, 6 hours, 30 minutes.
The third episode of Dungeon Crawler World had been just more of the same slaughter, the same highlighted groups of crawlers, and once again, Donut and Carl were snubbed. Of course, only one of them gives two shits about that. I guess goblin infanticide wasn't enough. They need to think bigger.
Bigger than killing babies.
I guess.
Anywho, they returned to the group and laid out the plan with no more time for training or time to waste. The 7 of them, because for some reason, Agatha decided to tag along, her and all her personalities, step into the borough boss chamber to take on the Ball of Swine. Boss battle!
This was a gross, smelly, level 15 borough boss made up of 30 or so tusklings, which are orcs.
See, I don't think we are giving this description the justice that it truly deserves. This wasn't just a ball of pig people balled up together. No, this was an orgy ball. Yes, you heard that correctly. 30 aristocrat tusklings gather to form an orgy ball, a literal ball, not a fancy soiree.
So basically, it's a giant rolling ball in Indiana Jones, but just made of pigs porking.
Basically.
Okay. All right. They quickly built the aptly named The Speed Bump Fortress, just like they had practiced. Everyone contributing to its construction, minus Agatha and Donut.
Their plan to stop the ball worked, and they went about poking the ball until it popped. Thankfully, the tusklings were shocked and confused and weaponless. Imagine that. Nowhere to hide weapons in formal wear. But that's not the crazy part. It's like they didn't know where they were.
So Carl made good use of his new gauntlet, and they all got to work. With tears, mind you.
All right, it's time for...
Dungeon Debrief.
All right, ready?
So Donut and Carl have been snubbed again. They're not mentioned on the third episode now of Dungeon Crawler World, and Donut has lots of feelings about it.
Yeah, so blowing up the goblin babies apparently didn't work, but maybe 7 people taking on a borough boss might work, because the last time a borough boss was taken on, there was, 30, 40 people, and it did not work out for them.
No, they got
So this
annihilated.
is way less, and then you have crazy Agatha along with them. They somehow survived, so it's got to count for something. I mean,
Yeah, they
shit.
got to be in the highlights. So do you think because they blew up the babies and didn't go into the room is why it didn't get highlighted? Because that would make sense to me.
I just think it wasn't
Showy enough.
exactly, because I get where Donut's head's at, it sounds showy enough because I mean it's a bunch of babies being blown up. But once you start looking at some of these other highlights, like Lucia Marr and these other groups, like they are doing some insane shit.
That's
like
true.
absolutely off the walls. So 7, 8 people taking on a borough boss when the last borough boss killed 30. Yeah, that's pretty badass. They should be highlighted.
Yeah.
Should.
Nice.
All right. So they had gone from 13 million crawlers to start to just 2.5 in under 4 days. So we trying to end this early?
That's what it sounds like.
It definitely sounds like they were trying to end this early. That's very quick. I don't know what their percentages are. So I'm wondering if this is the max that they're allowed to get rid of in level 1, maybe?
Maybe. And maybe they have to tap it off and start moving. Maybe that's why they moved some of the higher level creatures around that were just capping people too quickly. They were like, whoops,
that's true.
different
That's true.
level.
Yeah, because all the bugs they had to fix and everything. Yeah, all the patch notes. That makes sense.
Speaking of that, they made more announcements and warnings again about using the hallways as bathrooms.
Obviously, he's putting this in the books. There's going to be consequences. Something's going to happen for pissing on the hallway. They're going to keep doing it. And then there's going to be some crazy ass consequence. So we'll look forward to that one.
Mm-hmm.
So they made a cool ass fortress construction. And like you mentioned, that's why you fucking loot everything that you can whenever you're in a video game. And because you never know when you're going to need it. However, where the fuck does it all go? If you loot everything, because I forgot that we didn't mention last episode when he was looting all that shit from the gym. That's a lot of weight and a lot of shit. Where does it go? Yeah, but
that's the only answer I have. That's the only answer.
Yeah, but for the listeners that can't see what you're doing.
Oh, I'm just doing the
Mobius. Just turning your hand and saying,
just doing the Mobius strip.
Yeah, Mobius strip or
freaking
saying
me out.
Upside down, probably.
Yeah, it's just in the other.
Yeah.
It's just in the other. Freaking me out.
Yeah, but you had something to say about the construction, though. So
yes, I love that he used the ninja stars.
With the points?
Yes.
Yeah, that was smart.
Using all the points, and then as it rolled over it, it was going to keep injuring itself, and it just was sitting on that surface, just constantly compounding the damage that it was receiving. That's fabulous. Very well done.
That just shows that Carl isn't no dummy despite his 3 intelligence. I don't know. I haven't been keeping track too much. I don't know what his intelligence is right now, but I know that he can't divvy out his points, but I don't know if there's any upgrades that he got. I think there are a few upgrades.
I haven't seen any upgrades to intelligence.
For him?
No.
Okay, so
not specifically that.
He's making these MacGyver contraptions. They even mention it in the book that this is like some MacGyver shit. So he's no dummy. He's making bombs. And he didn't do that in the Coast Guard, right?
No, he was electronics.
Yeah, like Transpo or some shit. Either way, he was not EOD.
No,
that's for sure.
He was not. No,
but he's acting like he's goddamn EOD over here.
Maybe he was. Maybe the other was his cover.
For those that don't know what EOD is, every branch in the military has an EOD. It just stands for Explosive Ordnance Disposal. They are the ones that just get rid of bombs. You probably saw that movie with Jeremy Renner, The Hurt Locker. There you go.
I can't do.
It was the first female actor to win an Academy Award.
Ooh.
Hurt Locker.
Oh, wow.
Or not actor, director. Sorry, first director. Yeah.
Okay. Who directed it?
Oh, goddamn, I forget her name. I think was it Patty Jenkins? I want to say it was
Patty Jenkins. I don't even know why
I'm
acting like I would know any.
I don't know, but you would probably know. Her other movie that she did was the first Wonder Woman movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's a good director, obviously. Won an Academy Award.
Speaking of Carl's intelligence, he's coming to terms with the fact that maybe Donut was right, even though the Tusklings were victims. Also, they're red dots, and they're keeping them from moving forward.
Yeah, I wouldn't so much say coming to terms as they have all realized that everybody in this game is a victim. So it's not just the crawlers, but it's also the mobs that are victims. They have to survive for themselves to get better lives. Because remember, they said the more they fight, the more they kill, they get to move down to deeper levels until finally they might have some peace.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen to these crawlers once they get down to the lower levels and they can start making deals and shit. And that's why they said, don't take the first deal and negotiate because of this shit right here. Because you might be stuck being a fucking ball of swine being just picked up out of nowhere. And that's the thing. They got picked up out of nowhere. They were on their planet doing this weird fucking ball of bacon orgy shit.
Bacon orgy?
Yeah. So they're just fucking all just locked up. I don't even want to imagine.
Grand old time. I'm trying not to think about that.
Probably hooves in places and shit everywhere.
Why are you throwing
snouts and whatnot. And all that. Anyway. So they just got picked up. I just picture a big crane with one of those hooks from those machines that you always lose.
The claw?
Yeah, the claw hook, just grabbing up the ball of swine, picking it up, and just placing it in the fucking dungeon. Because that's what happened, basically.
Yeah, essentially. And it was like, just kept.
They're in their orgy ecstasy, so they didn't know what was happening. So they were just.
That's rude.
They thought they were just fucking on their planet, not knowing they were murdering people.
That's
pretty fucked up.
That's very rude.
Matt Dinniman, what is in your head, bro? This is hilarious.
So is that just trafficking then?
Yeah, that's human trafficking, because you're just any type of trafficking is moving something or someone from one place to another illegally, like without their consent. So there was no consent, obviously. They moved the pigs from their planet into this dungeon without consent. And real quick, last topic.
Agatha freaking out about her shopping cart.
I know a lot of people probably want us to talk a little bit more about Agatha on this chapter. Trust me, next chapter is where we do all the Agatha shit, and we'll talk about why she's obsessed with that shopping cart.
Yes.
Give us the quote of the chapter.
Wow, I'm feeling really ignored right now. Why is it always human this, human that? Why can't it be blood squeezed out of their human and feline bodies? And then, of course, I had to throw in Carl's I don't do math. Because I also don't do math.
I do math. I do the math for us.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so funniest moment is Donut cheering on their MacGyver moment, of course. That was a brilliant contraption they built, so well done.
That was her contribution to the entire thing was, good job, guys. You guys this looks very MacGyver-y. Good job.
Oh, and then we do have a character update. This is cool.
Yes, we found out that Cress can cast an ethereal magic spear that lasts for 5 minutes. So now we finally know what weapon he has. That's pretty cool.
All right. And then we do have a couple mobs. Two of the mobs come from this first mob, which is the Ball of Swine, the level 15 borough boss. You already know what that is. We don't need to go into much description, but we can go to a couple descriptions of what falls out of said Ball of Swine.
That is Tuskling Knight level 4, which translates to overweight alcoholic bureaucrat who spends his days making new laws to oppress the poor and his nights drinking and getting pegged. Only worthy adversary when combined with a tuskling courtesan in the Ball of Swine.
See, that's what I'm saying with the pegging. That's what I'm saying. Hooving. One of it's called hooving.
Oh my God.
Dude, it's probably called hooving on their planet. It's not pegging, it's hooving for the Ball of Swine.
That's only if you're doing hooves. Then it would be hooving.
What else would they use, though? They got curly tails.
Oh, there's a thing called fisting.
Dude, they probably tail, too.
Are you serious?
Tailing? Is that a thing? You read more monster romance than is tailing a thing? Is that a thing? Is there a pig? I'm sure there is.
I imagine so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we getting too deep in that?
Yeah.
Because now we got the tuskling courtesan level 5. We didn't get too much about that one, but you can imagine being a courtesan. Anywho, and then we also meet another tuskling, but that's the next chapter, and that one's a fun one too. All right, so you probably didn't hear the nerds talking about nerd things. That's because we've combined it all into one segment, which you'll hear at the end of chapters.
And please feel free to let us know if there are things that we miss or you have questions about some of our explanations.
Because we are nerds, so a lot of stuff we might just blow through not knowing what other people don't know. So if you don't know the nerd lingo like we do, just ask, please, and we would love to explain it.
Yeah, please. All right, you ready to turn the page?
Who's been messing up everything? Agatha all along.
Chapter 27.
After they smush the tuskling dominatrix, yes, dominatrix. And I know what you're thinking, gross, right? But we don't kink shame, especially someone else's culture. We don't yuck someone else's yum, if you know what I'm saying. Agatha was very adamant about getting her cart back, especially her IKEA bag.
Interesting. Why hasn't she gone through the tutorial guild also? That's sus. As well as her being level 2. If this were Among Us, she would have been kicked off the ship already.
Oh, for sure. At least they all leveled up and got the borough map for the ordeal. Their new map allowed them to see what was in certain areas, even with the fog of war.
Something they did notice was that for some strange reason, they were dressing up aliens in Earth attire. But not just, hey, here are some Earth clothes. These are extreme caricatures.
Very extreme.
Also, Brandon's tutorial person, Tiatha, mentioned that other humans from other worlds are mixed in when seeding a world. Looking at you, Agatha.
Did you say Brandon?
Did I?
It sure did. Your Kentucky came out. Brandon. That was good. That was good. We're keeping that. All right. New plan.
Damn it.
Was to get the geriatrics to level 2. Check out the level and then... Oh, fuck. New plan because Agatha's crazy ass already went down. At least there's another ramp now, silver lining.
Yeah, silver lining. As they entered the second floor, it wasn't exactly what they thought it would be. That's because they got whooshed away into an alien talk show green room for a show called Dungeon Crawler After Hours with Odette, where they were met by a non-Earth human named Lexus.
Donut couldn't be happier and Carl couldn't be more confused. Let's see where this curveball lands. All right, it's time for
Dungeon Debrief.
And you ready?
All right, what is up with Agatha's IKEA bag?
She has not gone through the tutorial guild. She does not have inventory, so that is her inventory. But what the fuck is in there? Why hasn't she gone to the tutorial guild? Is she a seated human?
Is she looting things? She
She's not
brought
doing
the shopping cart with her.
She is basically a guide, an unbeknownst guide. Think about it. Because, okay, she has a shopping cart, right? So she needs to be able to roll something down. So she knows that. She knows that there's going to be stairs right at the beginning. Oh, God, all these old people are in wheelchairs and shit. How the fuck am I going to get them down? Here's a shopping cart. Let me turn this into a ramp because of the wheels. Because she knew that was going to happen. So all old people go down, right? So she's just guiding them through, getting them to level 2. And she might have, because she's level 2, she might have had to step in at one point just to do something. Probably.
If she's in the room, she'll get level. She gets XP for being in the room.
I don't think she's connected to their group, though, right?
But she's still in the room where the fight is happening.
True.
So she's going to get at least
But
minimal.
they even questioned it, though, because they were like, she hasn't been around like those.
Yeah.
Like, they even questioned how she got it.
Rolled out to be level 4 after the boss.
True, but that was different, though, because she chose to be in that room. Like, they saw her. Like, that's a whole different thing. They never seen her fight any other place. So that's weird. And then she just goes straight down level 2 again and creates the ramp. Because it's like, she probably knows it's time to go. And these old people are old as fuck. It's going to take you guys some time to fucking get down here.
She's like leading. Yeah.
They have guides. I guarantee, because they said that there are other humans, they have guides.
So my question, is there someone in particular at the retirement home or the nursing home that she wanted to make sure went? Or was there just like a quota she had to meet?
Probably. I guarantee it had nothing to do with the old people. They were probably hoping the old people would die. It was probably
one of the
nurses or the guys, Brandon, Chris, Imani. Guaranteed. I guarantee there's some thing where they have these people picked out.
Yeah. Okay.
But they could have had those people because, like we said, you and I talked about it, they need ratings, right? What better than a bunch of old people getting blown up?
Yeah, or a bunch of young people trying to save the old people makes for good ratings too.
Exactly. All right. So the borough map that they got now is extremely helpful. So it doesn't open up everything. It's just like the neighborhood map opens up the neighborhood. So this opens up the borough, right? In the fog of war, like in the citywide, so the thing that's past the borough, they can see mobs. They just don't know like the layout, right? Am I saying that correctly?
I think so.
I think that's how that works.
I thought that it was still limited to the borough, but they could see like the safe rooms and the tutorial guilds.
But I thought they could also see like the red dot mobs in the fog of war.
And just didn't see what they were.
Yeah, they just can't see like the room layout and all that shit is what I understood it as.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The higher the boss level, the more the fog of war is lifted, you were saying. So we've only got neighborhood and borough was next.
I think that's more of a reward. If you beat a city level boss, you get a city level map, and that makes sense to me. So they have the borough now. They can look at the whole borough instead of just the neighborhood. So instead of just the 4 quadrants, which is the neighborhood, probably opens up to what, 16, I would guess. It'd be like a borough. I don't know how big a borough is.
I don't either. That's a good question. Yeah. All right, so let's talk about why they're making the aliens dress up in Earth gear.
Yeah.
Is it just costumes?
It's costumes. It's just to glam up. Again, it's all about ratings, followers, ratings, all that. It's money. So it's an Earth. You're showcasing Earth themes. You just showed all this propaganda about how ridiculous Earth is and shit. So, of course, you're going to have a fucking meatball, fucking juiced up juicer. You're going to have the hoarder, like extreme extremes.
So then what is the ball of swine representative of?
Did
they like watch Eyes Wide Shut or something?
I have no idea. Maybe a contract with the people, with the swine people. Because remember, they said they also picked from other planets by contracts, like, oh, here, you can have this many people. Just leave us the fuck alone. Let us keep our planet, basically.
Yeah, maybe.
So as we mentioned, there's additional humans for other worlds. I think they are guides. That's why they're planted there, to help further along the crawlers for the game.
To help. I can imagine that when this first happened, everybody would just be stunned and not know what to do. And or him and Hall about, do we go? Do we not go? Oh, that person went. So kind of like sheep. So they're going to follow. Oh, okay. That person thinks it's safe. So I'll go also.
Yeah.
I could see that being, exactly what you're saying. Like they needed a guide to go, hey guys, it's safe. Carl and Donut didn't because Carl was freezing his ass off and there was no inside to go into.
Yeah. What is Donut going to do with that double finger strap on dildo?
I don't know, but that was absolutely hilarious.
So who was it that picked it up? Amani? She picked it up and she was like...
And then she dropped it, which was great. And then Donut just immediately ran over and picked it up. And wait, did she pick it up first? Or did she look at Carl and go, everything, right?
Yeah, I think he looked... Yeah.
Yeah, everything. And I cannot wait.
Damn right. You know it's going to come back out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to come back out.
I can't wait.
It's going to be so funny.
I didn't even put that in the tinfoil hats. I just know that it's going to come back.
So that explains pegging then.
Yes.
Okay. Got that. All right. So as Carl has been noticing with the old people and helping the old people, it's very important to keep our humanity in this type of game. Because once you lose that humanity, then what the hell's the point? Yeah. So just like with Frank, Hugh, and Maggie, they have lost their humanity. For them, it's just about survival. Fuck everybody else.
Yeah. And is it even survival at that point for them? I feel like it's more about being brutal for Frank and Maggie. I feel like...
I don't know if it's about being brutal. I just think that they are using their skills as psychopaths and ice dickheads to play their game.
They're using force rather than
survival.
Rather than community.
It's basic instincts. It's all about, we want to survive. We can't say exactly what we're going to do because we're sitting here in our comfort right now. But when shit is thrown at you like hardcore, we can't say what we would do. We could sit here and say all day, oh, I'd for sure help the old people. I would do this and I would do that. But you don't know until you are in that situation.
Listen, I would love to help the old people. And I understand the whole conundrum. But you have to look out for yourself.
Well, they're doing it wrong, first of all, because if they want to get them to level 3 and help them, if these mobs are not that bad, especially with Brandon and Chris being bigger level, and especially Amani, you should be just out just grinding, but maybe none of them just never played video games and don't know that. So you could have been leveling up the old people.
Carl and Donut tell them that, and they just...
But you could have the old people run over the goddamn rasp on their wheelchairs and shit like that to gain XP and all kinds of shit. There was so many strategies you could have done to help these old people level up, and they probably would have got like wheelchair upgrades and shit because people would have been like, dude, let's give them some fucking like Hot Wheels shit with like flames and rocket wheelchairs.
Yeah, man, they could have had some really cool shit.
You could have souped up these old people.
Maybe they still will when they get down there.
But I'm just saying, like, you got to think outside the box, and you're not thinking it's too late now.
I think so.
All right. Last but not least, they made it to a talk show. Goals achieved.
Oh my gosh. Donut is so excited, of course. And Carl is not.
Well, this is where Donut's going to shine.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. This is her moment in the sun.
I just imagine her jumping around all nimbly, just super excited about this. So.
All right. Quote of the chapter. Sometimes they're actual humans, but from other worlds. We touched on this, I think, enough this chapter. Yeah. Again, we just think that they're there to push everything forward.
And again, the funniest moment was, of course,
Donut adding the strap on. Yeah, the whole strap on thing. It's gross. I hope she washed it first. I really hope she did. All right. And then favorite achievement. We do have a favorite achievement this time. Go ahead.
You're right. You were right about the borough field guide. Now they know what will be eating them.
Yes.
So that was part of that. Okay.
Yep, but
I did not.
That was funny. Now you know what will be eating you. All right. That's it for this chapter.
You ready to turn the page?
Let's do it.
Wrap your brain around what your eyes see. Chapter 28.
And it's the beginning of part 2. Yes, it's in the middle of our episode. To quote the great Bruce Almighty, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
It's only been 5 days since the early morning collapse. Did Carl just finally realize how alien all of this really is? Let's find out.
Oof. Now they're in the production trailer, supposedly on the surface of the planet, where they talk to Lexi, a squish-head humanoid, talking about being on the talk show. Not just any talk show, one of the most famous shows with the hostess with the mostest. Dungeon Crawler After Hours with Odette.
To say that Carl feels out of his element would be an understatement. Princess Donut, on the other hand, is finally ready to shine.
This set was straight out of what you would see on any late night television show, except this show has a holographic audience and holographic host.
Speaking of the host, when Carl saw Odette, his brain just short-circuited.
Mine too.
Woman, crab legs, praying mantis, unnecessarily large boobs.
Men.
A crab tar, of course.
Yes. All right, so we are going to take a look at this image and we will post it up here for all those watching on YouTube of what this thing looks like or what Odette looks like. I don't want to call her a thing. That's kind of mean.
Yes. That
Yeah.
was kind
You got pulled up?
for sure. Crab tar. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. I like censored.
That's the censored.
Censored her boobs. Boobs. All right, here's some of the most notable highlights from the interview. Number 1, they have been watched since the very beginning that they entered the dungeon.
And Princess Donut is apparently Earth royalty. They're not wrong.
Yeah, she played that up She played that one up good.
Yes, she did.
The fans love, and we all love Carl's catchphrase that he didn't even know he had. God damn it, Donut.
Carl got the worst dressed award, which I feel is unfair because they are purposely keeping pants and shoes from him.
Yeah, with their little foot fetish. And Donut finished up the program with the promise to kill with style. She kind of scares me a little bit.
That's just a little bit.
All right, it's time for
Dungeon Debrief.
This is a private production. It's taped, so it's not live, and it's uncensored.
Okay.
It could be anywhere. They could be anywhere.
Yeah, because this sounds like that. You think they do this for every event, for every planet when they do this? That she has a show for every event? Is that how it works?
It sounds like it says private.
This one's for Earth.
Yeah, this one's for Earth.
Dungeon Crawler World Earth. Oh, okay. So it'd be Dungeon Crawler World Jupiter.
Yeah, whatever planet it is. Because it said private production companies can produce their own programs as long as they pay for the production and pay an advertising stipend to the syndicate. It sounds like there's a lot more than just this show that they could potentially be on, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Matt is pulling the curtain of capitalism, is what he's doing. Like with the private production companies, you're seeing this with CBS and now what was it, Warner Brothers, who just got bought up by that dickhead.
Yeah.
So they're buying up everything for control. And then eventually you're seeing it now. Everything is at every fucking where you go ad pop up. They showed us this in all the fucking
You can
movies.
pay to not see the ads though.
Exactly. Pay more to not see the ads.
Mm.
I get it. It's going to be the same for us. The ads are going to help pay for our show eventually, right? And
Eventually.
I totally get it because without money, it's hard to produce a quality show. But there's a fine line. Like when I'm watching TV, I don't mind the ads because I understand the ads help pay to get the thing on TV. But when I'm like surfing the internet and I go to a website and I got 30 different pop-ups, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
I don't need all this shit. Or on my phone, just 80 assholes calling me, all these spam assholes. Come on. So they've been watched since the very beginning. Are they pre-picked? Do they pre-pick people to watch? Do they know who's going to do good?
I don't know. That was ominous. Like,
Yeah.
we've been watching you since the beginning. Did they do something to trip off the Odette show?
Or could be overthinking. It could just be as simple as they have been trying, because they have been trying to get on TV. So they're like, okay, yeah, we've been watching you, but now we felt like it was a good time to
it could be.
bring
It
you
could
on.
just be something as simple as that.
Yeah, because they could be seeing, okay, they're doing good. And then now they did this huge borough boss kill. Okay, I think we're good now. We can bring them on.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them thinking Donut is royalty. I love everything about that. And I feel like it was definitely smart on Donut's part to agree that, yes, I am Earth royalty. But where the fuck did she come up with all of that stuff? Like,
That might come in handy.
what?
If everyone thinks that she's Earth royalty and with her charisma,
Mm-hmm.
she can get out of a lot of shit. She could just walk into a place and be like, I am Earth royalty, and make these NPCs or mobs do whatever the fuck she wants now. Because that's an extra card that she has to add to her charisma card.
They're like, yeah, they showed it on the show like I'm Earth royalty.
Yeah, because they
and
think
used
that she is
as
legit Earth royalty. So it is smart to play it up as a strategy. So this is going to be a fun one for everybody. So
Yeah.
she's a crab tar. Okay. Everybody likes crab legs, right? So,
Oh, God.
yeah, I'm going there. These come from giant crab people, right? I'm not saying that you're a cannibal or anything, but you do love crab legs. And you know what I'm saying?
Wait, why did you say crab people?
But crab people.
Trying to eat Odette?
That's not what you said yesterday. I'm calling you out. Let's talk about this. This woman loves crab legs so much. She's like, but it's giant crab legs. And they're just crabs. And I was like, but they're sentient and they have consciousness. And
Trying to eat her legs.
why not?
Because she's a person.
Giant gazelle.
Crab tar.
Mm.
Would that be the same thing as like a cow?
Like a sentient cow?
Um,
So you're saying
I'm not
that,
saying minotaur.
so you're
but
saying that if you got to a planet with sentient cows, and they were like
hey, lady.
perfectly built and would most likely have the most delicious fillets ever. Look, yeah.
Hang on.
Hang out. Yeah, you're about to surf and turf. You can go to one planet and get a cow and go to another planet and get a crab and you got yourself some surf and turf.
What am I, donut?
Dude, I'm
What
just
kind
saying.
of psychopath am I?
I'm just saying.
But anyways, that made me think about a part in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where they're at a restaurant and the cow comes around and offers his body and they get to choose which part of his body. And I was like, I don't know now. Is she offering crab legs?
But then you just go back to just basic animal instincts. Does a lion give a fuck if a Giselle's going to talk to it? No, it's going to eat it.
A Giselle?
Giselle. Gazelle. Jezebel. Oh, Jezebel, Gazelle, whatever.
Jezebel,
But you know what I'm
like
saying,
that,
though, right? You know,
not going to care.
we have canines. We're fucking omnivores. We eat meat. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
All right.
All right. So maybe I guess I will eat legs. Anywho.
For the chapter?
So this is from Carl. Having a judge stick her finger up your ass is not the same thing as being interviewed for a television show.
That's facts. That's facts. You had some fingers and thumb stuff up your butt.
Whoa.
Whoa. I haven't had that happen yet. I'm getting there, though. I'm just a few years away from that.
Get some ASMR on this.
I could just ask you pointers.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, funniest moment, everybody. Carl's brain short-circuiting when he saw Odette.
You did. You did.
So
Good
proud of
job. I'm
myself.
so excited.
I did it.
All right. So
Jesus.
let's talk about exactly what she looked like. Just a little bit more.
It's boobs.
Naked crab tar.
Yeah.
Her lower body is entirely black and red lumpy crab. And the size of a brown bear.
Yeah.
That's ginormous. No, thank you. Human torso.
Yeah.
Giant boobulas.
Big boobulous.
And a praying mantis head with 6-foot antennae.
So that's where I would not cross the line.
We found your line.
Yeah, the praying mantis head.
The praying mantis head?
That's where I crossed the line.
The praying mantis head was the line, guys. We found it.
The female praying mantis are known for what? After they bone. Exactly. So that's where I draw the line, okay?
That's fair. Okay, that tracks.
Last thing I checked, crab people don't eat their mates.
I don't know.
See? So at least I'm safe. She's got big boobs. You got big boobs.
I do.
Anyway.
All right.
Boobs.
I'm just that easily distracted by boobs. All right. Are you ready to turn the page?
Let's do it.
About cosplay, chapter 29. Everything's fake in show business.
The show ended and the hollow audience disappeared. So naturally, Odette proceeded to shed not only her fake alien head, but also her crab legs. So does she actually eat them afterwards? We'll talk about that later. And her gratuitous oversized boobs. All of a sudden, she was legless and zipping around on a hovering disc. Better than being stuck in a wheelchair.
That's fair.
And we do have a graphic of what that looks like. So we will show that here on the YouTube as well. Yeah, that's exactly what I imagined.
Is it really?
Yeah. I feel like there's a movie and I couldn't think of it. I know Men in Black 2, she was a floating head on a disc, but there's
a lot of floating heads on discs.
But there was another, it might have been a Star Wars maybe, where it was a half person floating around on a disc. And I can't remember what fucking movie it was. I can Google it. I know that.
Yeah.
But maybe to get people to email us, you could email me and tell me what movie it was.
Ooh, there we go.
Bingo.
Listen, I like it. Hear me out. Could she potentially use the disc as a weapon? Spin herself around like a ballerina?
It would depend, but
And,
you got to think of what gravity and where you're at, because different planets have different gravity. So if you're
can she change her altitude?
What if she ejects first in the air? Oh, no, man.
Okay.
How would that work? Because there'd be nothing to stop her from falling then. So you'd have to, that thing would have to be back in time to catch her ass, right? Am I wrong?
No.
If you're thinking of using it, are you just thinking about with her attached, like
she throws herself up in the air in the back. Oh my God. She hits the ground. I was like,
I was thinking what was it, like Steve Rogers with the fucking shield and shit?
No, I was thinking
Oh my
like
God, that's so
spinning
funny.
herself around like a ballerina.
That's why I was like, she ejects every time like a missile to give her more chance.
Wow.
We went two vastly different directions.
We did.
That's going to be a clip.
Did those cookies just kick in?
Oh my God. We went. Why is she so confused about this right now? It's simple physics.
And I'm like,
She just goes around and slices people with her fucking shit, you dumbass.
I was like, what? What? That's
Oh
cool
my
too. I
God.
like that. That's a secondary option. That's a ranged option. I was thinking
No, yeah, there
melee.
you go.
I was thinking
You're
melee
okay.
option.
So she's
But I like
oh, she-
ranged. I like ranged options.
Oh
Jesus.
my God.
What if she grabs a bar above her and then she
Yeah.
just kind of launches the disc off of her lower box? Oh my God.
She's in her hips, like just yanking that thing. Oh my God, it's so fucking funny.
Is that what everybody at CrossFit has been training for?
Maybe for when they lose their
When
legs.
they do their kip ups?
Yeah, when they do their kissing. Yeah. Whenever you go legless, you gotta know how to attack. Oh my God. We
Oh
went
my God.
way off.
Anywho,
Back to the summary.
after freaking Carl the fuck out, Odette
And us.
asks them to pass on a message to Morty, who, get this, was her trainee way back in the day. Then she gives them some much needed advice regarding race changes, why they're getting the loot they are, and a warning not to trust anyone.
It was about this time that Carl notices that Donut seemed to be coming down off of some high. Apparently, I'm not coming down off, but I'm spiking right now. Turns out they spiked her cat treats to make the interviews better. Yeah. And Carl isn't exactly sure how he feels about it. I feel fucking good. I wonder if they do that in real life to tell people when they go, that makes sense. To act like a full-on Kimmy. On Kimmel and Fallon, you would have to get me high as shit. To do some of the shit that these fools do, to act so fake on there. You know what I'm saying?
You just a robot. There are so many birds at the bird feeder. There were like 4 different kinds of birds.
I'm like
I'm
talking
sorry.
to you about, I'm talking to you about life, and you're like,
You're talking about Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmel.
talking about Jimmel.
Jimmel.
Is that your take?
Yeah, that's my take. I don't know why I had to say anything. There's no line for me there.
If there's no line for me, then I'm not saying shit. What do you think? This brain just operates all the time?
Dungeon Debrief.
So, Odette tells them that everything they see is fake show, but no shit. It's show business. Everything's fake.
Everything.
Everything.
Including the entirety of her.
And the boobs.
The boobs,
Yeah.
the crab legs, the praying mantis head, literally everything. And yeah, she's just hovering on a disc.
Yeah. She's melee or ranged. There you go. Yeah, she's got it going on.
Oh my gosh.
Now, she was a mentor to our Morty.
Yes.
And she's had that motherfucker seek me out and shit before he bounces because I want to have a word with said bruv. And I was like, dude.
Yeah. So that's how she's been.
You understood that? I don't even know what the fuck I just said.
I think I blinked out. Let's talk about her boobs and her crab legs and all of her get up.
Yeah, get up.
We got her backstory, essentially a small version of it.
Yeah.
So she lost her legs to a fiend scythe on the 11th floor.
Got it.
And she received a legendary item in a gold box, which is unheard of. So essentially, they were enjoying her character so much in the crawl that they gave her something that completely unexpected to incentivize her to keep going.
Then that coincides with what Donut's trying to do, because that obviously says that showmanship can save your fucking life. And that's literally what Odette says. You got to fucking show up, man, if you want to get good loot. Because especially since they're limited patrons, you want to make sure that those 5 patrons are paying attention to your ass so you get saved like she did. Correct me if I'm wrong. She exited at the 12th level, right? Because she said the person who reached the 13th was a male. Correct. Okay.
Yep.
That's where I got a little bit confused for some reason. I thought for some reason she was the one and they thought it was a male, but really it was her. And they changed the
narrative? No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, she made her deal at that point.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that one up.
No problem.
But yeah, so let's talk about her outfit real quick. So, crab legs. We're definitely talking about the crab legs here. We talked a little bit last chapter, but now we can really get in depth since we know what really happens, that every single time she goes on air, new crab legs from the crab people. I'm all about recycle. I don't know how to put this. Like the whole waste not, want not. Don't let everything go to waste. Kind of crab legs.
So this is like the hunter code of conduct, essentially.
I mean, not the one that killed the creature, but no, that says you can't benefit.
Otherwise, it's just going to waste. Is that what you're getting at?
Pretty much. These are crab legs that they're big.
Those are some big ass crab legs.
Big ass crab legs, but we don't know. Did it say what type of crab? Was it like a blue crab, king crab legs?
No, but it's like the size of a brown bear.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I just got really hungry for crab legs.
Beings that we're talking about here.
Really hungry for crab legs.
Yeah, but either way, terrible. Fucked up. Very fucked up that they are basically genociding a species just to use for showmanship,
but
as decoration.
Not necessarily, because that's also armor. So the crab legs are armor, the boobs are armor, the praying mantis head is all armor.
Now, so what happened was like she got the crab legs for the armor in the game, and they're like, "Oh, that's a cool idea. That's how we know Odette now." So now we have to go off all these crab people every freaking day or every time that she goes on air, just to keep her costume up, how people know her. That's the whole point. Like they are genociding an entire species just for entertainment.
Are you sure that they're sentient?
I think so, considering they were fighting in the dungeon.
Crabs were?
Yeah, that's how she killed him and took the legs. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But still, morally, ethically, this was the ethics class. Again, you didn't kill it, but it was sentient, but it is crab legs. What do you do? It's a legit question.
I'm going to plead the fifth.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like the FBI is watching. What if the aliens that bit us are crab people? They're going to be like, she's on the list.
Listen.
Yeah, I get it.
Do you think that's going to cause an issue later with the mob rights group?
There's a mob rights group?
That's what Odette was concerned about.
Probably.
Odette actually brought it up. It's in our tinfoil hat section too. We can talk about it later there, but she mentioned it. So yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
And yes, we did know that this was Morty's last crawl. He did mention that before.
Okay.
Yes. So we know, but we don't know what's going to happen to him after the last crawl, like where he goes. And I think maybe that's what Odette wants to talk to him about. Maybe she's going to offer him a job. That way he's safe with her. That makes sense to me. We'll talk more during tinfoil hat section, but I think that might be what they're
like she's trying to pull him under her wing or something.
Yeah, because obviously she has respect for him because she straight up told these guys, she was like, listen to him because I helped him out and blah, blah, blah.
He's going to guide you, especially when they were talking about Carl choosing a race on the third floor. She told Donut, stay a cat. You're cute, cuddly. Don't try and be a void leopard, I think is what she said. Don't try and be a void leopard. You're cute, you're cuddly, be cute and cuddly and powerful in that size.
That goes back to what I said about Carl. I do think Carl is going to change into something, but I don't think it's going to be drastic. I think it's going to be like a changeling. Like he's going to be able to change into something because it would be pointless to build up all this hype for class and race change. Level 3 is the big point, right?
And then nobody does
nobody
any race
changes
change.
and you're like, oh.
Yeah, that would be really weird.
Yeah. So,
and then talking about Morty being a changeling at the very beginning. Okay.
And the only reason why I say changeling is because if we had been reading this book the moment it came out, then so many theories. But right now we know that there's 8 books out. We know that on the covers what Carl looks like and what Donut looked like. So it's okay. Maybe that's why I'm thinking changeling or something.
Are there other humanoid races?
I would imagine.
Elves are humanoid looking, but I feel like we would see his ears.
Technically, goblins and orcs are considered humanoid.
Yeah, they don't have to have tusks or whatever. I can change that option.
Well, yeah, whoever, it depends on who draws the goblins and the orcs.
That's true.
Come on,
that's true. Okay.
But yeah, I definitely think that Morty is already setting them up for what they're going to be because she said, make sure you follow Morty. She's like, hey, you're going to be using your fist. You're going to be doing this.
He's not allowed to overtly say it though, but it's going to be like a nudge, wink, wink kind of situation. And Carl just has to pay attention to the subtle hints or whatever.
Yep.
I did find it interesting though that the options are different every season. So there's not a set list of races and classes that you could be. So that's very interesting. I'm very excited to see what the options are. All right. And then the last point that she wanted to make was the more they complain about not having pants and only getting torches, the more no pants and torches that they are going to get. It's literally all about what's going to be most entertaining for the show or for the corporation, whatever's going to generate the most money. If screwing them over is going to get them more money, done. If providing them a legendary box in a gold or a legendary item in a gold box gets high ratings, they're going to do that.
Yeah, he's showing that it's no different than the reality TV that everyone slops up like Love Island and shit. They're like, oh my God, this is so real. It's
yeah,
it's
the
fucking
reality.
Scripted. The entire ones who know that it's scripted, like the WWE fans who know it's scripted and just enjoy it for the light entertainment,
the drama,
that's fine. But with the people who really are into this shit and take it so seriously, everything is scripted. There's not a single real thing. They put these people in these situations because if they would just watch people do real life shit, everyone would be bored off their ass. So they're like, okay, this episode, you and you are going to get into a fight because you hate her dress or some fucking stupid shit.
You guys have the same dress and you wore it on a Tuesday.
It might not be that direct, but they'll set up a situation to, hey, we're going to get these two to
cause
fight.
some drama. Yeah. Ugh.
It's so stupid. All right. And then speaking of stupid, Mud Skipper is possible hate speech for the main class.
For the Kuatin.
Yeah.
So that is,
don't say that.
They tried to get it listed as hate speech, which actually did the exact same thing, which did the Streisand effect.
Yep.
Essentially drawing attention to it, which means everybody's doing it. They wouldn't have done it before, didn't know it was a problem. And then all of a sudden, oh, that's a problem?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now, these last 2 points, we're going to touch on a little bit. These are a little bit more tinfoil hats, but these are very deep points. So the first thing is everything is a stat, including wisdom. So you think it's not going up like they said, but they're fucking with shit.
Yeah.
And that leads into the next one where there are controls in place to make it fair.
Sort of.
Words matter.
Yeah. They're making it fair-ish.
For me, that's quote of the chapter because that's how I feel a lot of things are.
Yeah. They're fair.
Sort of.
No, I like that. That's a great quote of the chapter. Let's talk about the funniest moment is clearly Carl watching in abject horror as Odette just shed her entire body in front of him.
Dude, you got to think about it. You first see the thing that she was faking to be, and then you see it all come apart, and now she's on a floating disc that she uses as a boomerang.
Brain just has to be broken at this point, right?
So that brings us down to our mob. They did kind of introduce her as a mob. So Odette, not a crab tar, but a legless human with a hover disc, lost her legs to a fiend scythe on the 11th floor, but snagged her disc in a wrong box.
Yep. Fabulous.
Yep. And that is it for this chapter. Sorry it's so long, but I think those cookies kicked in.
Yeah, they did. That was fabulous. All right. You ready to turn the page?
Yeah. Ew, gross. Ew. Chapter 30.
Of course, Donut started freaking out immediately when she saw that her numbers were still at 0. Never mind that they had literally just gotten to level 2 and they hadn't even aired the next episode. Carl would have preferred that they stay anonymous, but that wasn't going to happen with Diva Donut running the show.
They make note that the second floor seemed like a similar setup for the first floor. And Donut is beside herself wondering how the hell they're supposed to stand out if it's just rinse and repeat, same bullshit, different floor. Don't worry, princess. According to Morty, there will be plenty of opportunities for weird shit to help boost numbers.
It only took zooming out on their maps to find the next set of stairs to descend to the 3rd floor. Hell yeah. So they made a plan to head in that direction, clear out the quadrant, and keep eyes open for safe rooms and tutorial guilds.
They took on a couple new mobs and learned that in order to keep the cleanup crew weak, they now have to literally turn any and all remains into goo. The foot fetishist. Thanks for that one. The foot fetishist must be loving this.
We also got to witness Donut quick unload on some Cocker Spaniels, Danger Dingo, and actually get her paws dirty. They finally caught sight of a barebone safe room and get to check out their new achievements and loot. The best of which are Carl's new pedicure set and Donut's unkiller necromancy spell.
Nice. All right, it's time for
Dungeon Debrief.
All right, so it's still 2 hours before the level collapses, and the old people group has still not descended, and Carl assumes that they're probably trying to talk to the Waffle House people to get them to come down too.
Yeah, see, I'm wondering if it might be, I know they can't tell time. I'm wondering if it might be 3 a.m. in their circadian rhythm. You know, how your body can sometimes tell time. Because when Waffle House is popping at 3 a.m., ain't nobody leaving.
I really thought you were going somewhere serious with this, like some psychological something or other, because you threw in circadian rhythm and everything. And I don't know why I thought that was what was happening.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what happens. I would say about 1 to 4 a.m. Waffle House, especially Friday, Saturday night. It's popping. Whether it's from people dancing like crazy or it's from a fight.
When's the last time you even went to a Waffle House?
I'd say late at night, circa 2016, 2017.
Oh, so-
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And yeah, it's exactly.
And that's almost 10 years.
It's what you thought it was. There was no fight during our Waffle House visit, but they were like.
It could have been.
No, they were like rapping and shit. And I was like, fuck yeah. They were.
Wait, the staff was?
No, the people that were there eating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was cool. Good time.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Told you it was
Okay.
a party. It's either a party or a fight at between those hours. Sounds like it's a party here, so why would they want to leave? Just saying.
Okay. That's fair. Not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm keeping you on your toes
Let's
this
talk
season,
let's
baby.
talk about Donut sensing monsters a few seconds before Carl can see them on the mini map. Is that just a racial effect, you think? Like a cat thing, maybe?
I don't think they're being racist. Oh, racial. Donut can see. Oh, okay. Oh, because she's a cat. Oh. God.
So this is what the cookies do?
No. What?
What?
Because she's a cat. I don't know if it's a racial effect. It might just be an intelligence effect because she's way higher intelligence.
Okay. I don't know.
That
Which,
might-
I was wondering which one would affect her being able to see that. I thought that might be a cat thing. Because
it can
cats
be a
can
race thing.
usually
Yeah, that's
see
true. That's
before
true.
you
It's
or
like
hear
dark
something
vision.
before
That'd be
you.
no different
Yeah.
than dark vision and shit. Her vision would
Or
be a
just
lot
a-
better.
Or just
cats,
a normal cat being able to
well,
see.
it'd be like when you're a tiefling, your dark vision is 60 feet, but if you're this, it's 120 feet. Probably something like that.
Way to throw dark vision out there and into nerdland.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Brindle Grubs.
Actually, let's talk about those down at the bottom.
Oh man, I'm
All right.
excited for some Brindle Grubs.
I
Those
know.
fat little fuckers.
All right, skip on down
Swish.
to Carl's fists.
All right, Carl's Fist.
Yes.
You know, I know where my mind went.
Oh.
Well,
I know.
especially with the right hand with the bracers and the gauntlet, what that
Mhm.
does.
Yeah.
If he,
You're supposed to take that off first
yeah, but
before you do
that's
that.
why I started laughing. So I was like, what if he didn't?
What if you
with-
forgot?
Yeah, Carl's Fists.
What if you forgot?
Anywho, so does as much damage as Brandon's lightning maw.
Ooh, that's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive.
So
That's a
he
big old hit.
literally needs to just leave the other bullshit weapons alone.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any thoughts about the fact that there were less boxes and achievements than usual? It was noticeably less.
My thoughts are this: if they are following rules of a normal RPG, MMORPG, or D&D, for example, the higher level you get, the less free shit you're going to get. And that's because they want to try to hook you up early to get you going, get you geared up. And then once you start figuring shit on your own, how to use your spells, how to work your magic, all that stuff, and they figure, okay, you need less free help. So now you got to kind of go find stuff to help you out. So that's probably why.
I feel like
That's-
Morty
makes
may have
sense.
mentioned that back at the beginning or something.
Yeah,
Or-
I mean,
yeah.
That's
That
what makes
makes
sense. As you level up, things are going to get harder. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Oh, jeez.
Bruce Almighty.
When's the last time you watched that?
I don't know. I just like that saying. Speaking of quotes, though.
Yes. Ew, gross. Ew. As Miss Donut was shredding the dingo corpses, and I'm going to quote this, because Cocker Spaniels deserve to have their corpses desecrated.
I can't say I agree with that one. I've met a lot of Cocker Spaniels, and they're very pretty.
They are very
They-
pretty.
especially the
usually,
Goldens?
and they're usually super sweet.
Dude,
They're usually
yeah.
super
They're upkeep
sweet.
sucks 'cause they're curly as fuck, but
They can
They're so
be
cute.
if you get.
they're so cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, funniest moment.
I'm going to say that is Donut getting the necromancy spell.
I'll have to agree with that one. That was
Being
pretty funny.
totally grossed out by it. Just, oh my God, I cannot
Yeah.
believe that I have to control a dead thing.
But once she learned what she can do with it, then she was like, okay. it
Especially
sounds
when Carl pointed out, hey, you know that dingo thing over there, you could raise that up and have it fight for you
Yeah.
and kill the other ones. Oh, all of a sudden, this is the best spell ever. Love it.
Now, I know that Bluey and Bingo are not dingoes. They're, but just because Australia. And I was like, so you would have Mummy, Bingo, and Bluey.
Zombie, not mummy.
But yeah, whoops. Zombie. There you go.
You could wrap them up, I guess, if
Yeah,
you
you
wanted
could.
to.
I maybe What's the difference between a zombie? It's just the wrapping paper. Like, seriously, is that the only difference between a zombie and a mummy? Is just one's wrapped up for a gift? I'm gifting you this zombie, so I'm gonna call it a mummy. Seriously, what's the difference though? Do you see any difference? They're both undead. They both want to eat brains and shit. One's just wrapped up.
Wait. Do mummies want to do that?
Yes.
I don't think mummies want brains.
The one in the mummy wanted to eat all of their brains so he would come back to life.
Essence. That was their entire essence.
Still, he wants to eat them. Whether it's your essence, your brains, or your butthole, it's still they're trying to eat you.
No, I really want to watch the Mummy series again.
Oh, we are, because there's a fourth one coming out. God damn it. I'm so fucking excited for that because Hollywood finally realized that Brendan Fraser is cool and they try to ruin that motherfucker. And we love Brendan Fraser because he's the goddamn mummy slayer. Yeah. Went on a rant.
Okay.
Right. Favorite achievement. Hit me.
All right. Favorite achievement. Me and a thief.
Yeah. What's that?
That was for stealing Agatha's shopping cart.
Nice.
And then, of course, favorite achievement.
Oh, the nail kit.
Yes.
For his feeties.
Yes.
Yeah. Gotta keep him pretty.
For his little piggies.
But yeah.
That's
He's
so
not
great.
going to know what to do with that thing at all.
No, but I'm sure he'll figure it out.
We do got a couple honorable mentions in our mobs. So we're going to start with my favorite, the Brindle Grubs. Level 2, fuzzy cat-sized monsters with no legs, similar coloring to donut. Gross. They are janitor bugs and will grow as they clean up. And we did question if the rats did that too. We still didn't get a firm answer, but I'm guessing based on this that they also grew. But these are we talking grubs from Lion King when he was, oh, look, a grub. And
That's what I'm imagining because
Gross.
that's how I'm imagining.
so that means when you step on him, shit's going to go everywhere. So he's really going to have to clean his feet with that new kit.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's a good thing he's got a pedicure kit.
Yeah.
Because he literally has to smash them until their X goes away.
Yeah.
Like their corpse sign goes away. That's weird.
Yeah. All right. Hit us with the next one.
All right. Next one, Danger Dingoes, level 5.
Okay.
And a point about them is where there are dingoes, they're kobold riders, and slave masters usually aren't far behind.
Ooh.
So they found 2 dingoes. There's probably some other baddies around.
And then we got the Mind Horrors, level 4, Psionic Attack, which is a mind attack. It does not affect Donut, but does affect Carl with almost debilitating headache. Physically weak, moving slowly, bounce. So it's kind of like a weak mind flayer.
I would just imagine a jellyfish.
It's like a mind flayer.
Like a jellyfish?
Yeah, it's a jellyfish.
Okay.
All right. That does it
Yeah.
for this chapter.
Okay.
Bear with us because I think the cookies are still good.
Still going well. You ready to turn the page?
Let's do it.
Timeline change, chapter 31.
While they were making sure the old people were safe, as time ran out, they could actually feel the world shake as level 1 collapsed. Down to 1.3 million people from 10 million. Better at genocide than Israel. Oof. Ugh.
Then we meet a sweet granny named Mrs. Gibbons,
Aw.
who only cared about having divorce court on because it reminds her of her husband.
Now, if by some miracle, because I know that you don't have a favorite TV show, maybe The Owl House when we're all said and done with it, but what I would do if I somehow outlived you, I'm a little scared saying that, I would take your WoW characters and level them up with me. Granted, if you gifted me your password and accounts.
Why are you trying to make me cry?
Yeah. No, but I really would though.
Your favorite show.
Oh, God. Of all time?
Hmm.
I'll get back to you on that one. I'll get back to you. How about this? I'll have the answer for you for tinfoil hat time.
Okay.
There we go. So
All right.
we'll have an answer
Sounds
what my
good.
favorite show is by then.
All right.
Let her gather herself.
All right. In other news, they only get 6 days to clear floor 2, not 10 days as they were originally promised. I guess they really want to get this over with quickly.
And on a sad note, not to bring the room down again, 24 seniors decided to party it up at Waffle House until it collapsed. That's respect from a former Waffle House patron of the night back in my 20s.
Oh my God.
Not saying how old I am now. I respect a whole other breed. We talked about it last chapter. Whole other breed.
Oh.
Respect. I'm going to pour one out for them. Milkshake. Milkshakes.
I don't remember
when
the
you're
milks.
drunk. When you're drunk, everything was good at Waffle.
I had the patty melt.
Yes. It might be just as good high. This is gonna be like
There's one right down the street.
Dude, this is gonna be like a White Castle, bro.
Okay. While waiting for their interview to air, Brandon asked Carl to help get his team and the old folk straight to the 3rd floor stairs. There's no point in them hanging out on the 2nd floor. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it works out.
And right when Carl was going to ask Brandon about Agatha, Donut, shh, everyone. God damn it, Donut. We were about to be served some tea on Agatha. Ugh.
The highlights were the usual, including Lucia Marr, who was on Odette's show right before them. But hey, they made the highlights this time, but not Agatha.
Sus.
Very sus.
After highlights, they get their welcome to floor 2 message, and here are some of those highlights. So 6 days are confirmed for level 2. That is the minimum allowable days.
All right. Follows and favorites will be turned on. You will get only 3 patrons, and it's going to be through auctions, and everyone gets a patron.
We'll talk about that.
All right.
And then bathroom disrespect will not be tolerated because it has ticked up. So now they'll be attacked by a raged elemental. Jack, apparently, old man Jack is a frequent, what do you call it? Frequent, you're constantly doing something bad.
Perpetrator.
There you go. That's what we'll call it. You guys know what we're saying. Yeah. Marijuana is a hell of a drug. So the great Rick James. Anyway, it's time for
Dungeon Debrief.
Right.
All right. So it is confirmed 6 days, not 10. They are fucking sure trying to end this quickly. Down to 1.3 million peeps.
The minimum allowable.
Now,
So-
again, I wonder if it goes back to percentages as well for people. You have to have a minimal amount per level. So I wonder if 1.3 million is the minimal amount for level 2. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do that because you don't want everybody. You don't want like a million people in level 2. You might not have the resources for that. You know what I'm saying? So they might have a quota.
But I don't know that would do anything about the days.
It does because
That
you're
many
trying
people
to
trying to-
finish it.
okay.
Yeah, man, you got 6 days. Because basically, it's like this. Okay, if my quota to get to level 3 is 500,000 people, right? So the first 500,000 people, you got 6 days to march your asses down to the stairs. And once that 500,000 cut off, but they don't know that. But basically, you're just.
I
off
don't
people.
think that's a thing.
You don't think?
No.
I think there's a quota
Okay.
because it's resources. Because you might not have. Again, if too many people reach a level.
Hey, man, where's your tinfoil hat?
You right? We'll get back to that,
Speaking of which, that's the
Yeah.
next one, too.
Ms. Gibbons.
Yeah. That's also a tinfoil hat.
I know,
that you-
but I'm just putting it out there.
Is that just because she's a nice old lady?
Yes.
And you just assume she's going to die because
And
she's a
everyone
nice
assumes
old lady?
everyone assumes there's no emotion. No one's going to cry in this book. We're going to cry.
Okay.
God damn it. And this is what we're going to
Well, I cried, but that was because you said something super sweet.
Yeah, I say sweet stuff sometimes, but I'm talking about reading the book. This is where we cry. Guaranteed. All right.
yeah.
Next.
Carl and you respected the seniors that stayed at Waffle House.
See, that's because Carl is a Coast Guard. He knows. So he was probably maybe here in Florida where Waffle House originates. Waffle House is only around coastal areas. I know he's in Seattle now, but I'm just saying, like, when he's in Coast Guard.
Why do you know so much about Waffle House?
Dude, my 20s were wild.
I understand going to
Got
Waffle
to
House.
eat at 3 a.m. It was either Denny's or Waffle.
No, hear me out though.
Okay.
But why do you know so much about Waffle House? Like, why do you know that they're on coastal cities? They started in Florida. Like, why are these things that you know?
Okay, 1, because I spent half my drunk nights at a Waffle House. 2, I'm autistic as fuck, so I probably just
They probably
one
have
night-
like some like newspaper article
I
on
ran
the wall.
I ran into some video like the history of Waffle House, and I was like, yes, I will watch this.
You know what happened? You know what happened? You were drunk as shit one night. The greasy dude working the grill told you that, and you have believed it ever since.
Hey,
I
good
want that
story.
to be the case, actually.
It's not though, unfortunately.
No?
but it's
That
a
would
good
be-
story.
that
That
would
would be
be
funny.
absolutely
That would.
hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie, probably would be something.
For the last 20 years, I've believed.
I'm telling you, so many epic things that happened at a Waffle House. One of my favorite times at a Waffle House was in Key West. We were leaving to go back to Virginia in 6 hours, right? And we were missing our friends, Ryan and somebody else. And so we are like searching all over fucking Key West for these assholes. We're like, dude, we got 6 hours to get back on this airplane. So we go to Waffle House. We see our friend Tom there. And then we're like, dude, we're looking for Ryan and blah, blah, blah. And some random customer and there's, you guys know, we're like, yeah, where the fuck are they? And they're like, they're over there. And they're like, pass the fuck out on the table. And we're like, how the fuck do you guys know? We're like, oh, they've been just entertaining us all night. And we're like, shit. Waffle House. Telling you.
Waffle House.
Waffle House.
What are you in league with Waffle House right now?
No, I'm just saying lots of crazy shit happens. Hey, if you have a good Waffle House story, send it to bookfor2podcast@gmail.com. I would love to read out loud some of your Waffle House stories.
I don't have as crazy a story as you do,
Uh-huh.
but my first Waffle House that I remember story is being there with a bunch of people right after high school. We're all 18 and the guys are all murmuring amongst themselves and they're like, all right, we're going to go. And I wanted to know where they were going. And they were going to a strip club. And I was like, well, I want to go.
Yeah.
So that was my first trip to a strip club, was with a whole bunch of guys. They were really weirded out that I wanted to go. I really liked their boots.
That's not a bad deal because you get beef at the strip club and you're getting beef at the Waffle House. So
Yeah, I did have
it's
a
good
patty
deal.
melt.
Yeah. Was it
It's delicious.
sticky, cheesy?
Yeah. Cheesy and oniony. So this book is about mortality as well. Just them choosing to go out on their own terms.
Yes. That made Carl very emotional. Again, and that was the respect. It wasn't just so much, oh, party at Waffle House, but it was party at Waffle House. They were like, you know what? We're not going to make it. Let's go out on our own terms. We're having fun at Waffle House, enjoying ourselves. This is how we want to go. Because why be a burden to everyone else just to live 2 more floors?
It's not even necessarily that. It could be partially that, but also why stall the inevitable essentially is where they are. Why not enjoy those last few minutes instead of having to struggle between now and the next floor? Like,
It just goes back to basic freedoms, like controlling what you want to do with your life, body control, what you want to believe in, what you want to do, how you want to die. That's why I don't agree with suicide. Please, nobody ever say that I agree with suicide. Please get help if you are feeling suicidal. But what I mean is somebody who's dying of cancer, right? And knows for sure I got 2 months to live. I don't want to go through the pain. The last 2 months can be painful, but I want to go out how I want to go out. And that's why Sweden and Switzerland have those suicide pods for those type of people. It's not for people who just want to be like, I hate my life, want to off myself, but it's for people who want to go out on their own terms instead of having to deal with the pain when they have a terminal diagnosis.
Yeah. And that mad respect for that. I would want that option as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And that goes back to my mom because, man, because she, died of cancer when I was a kid. And my dad knew that she didn't want to just be laid up in the fucking hospital all the time. She was terminal. He brought her home a lot more than what my grandfather, her dad, thought that he should have. And then my dad felt she should have spent more time with us. And because of that, he never talked to my dad ever again. Because my dad felt like, you just wanted your mom to die. And no, I was letting her go out on her own terms because I know she wouldn't have wanted to spend the rest of her life in a hospital when she could spend it at home with us and the kids. That about my grandfather until later. And I was like, that's a dick move. But I also understand his side being a father. So I don't know. Sorry. I didn't think that was going to come up from all the.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, guys. Woo. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it's just a story I wanted to share. I have no problem sharing that. I'm not the only one that has probably dealt with that kind of situation, especially back in the 80s when they didn't have this kind of thing. And that's why I wanted to speak about it, because what if they would have had this available to my mom? Like, maybe she would have gone out on her own terms. That would have been mad respect. And maybe my grandfather wouldn't have ignored my dad and all this would have been fine. I hate playing what ifs, but it's just like, I understand why those exist now.
Just nice to respect the wishes of the person who is leaving.
Yeah.
I understand that, yes, they're leaving people behind, but that's not fair to the person who's leaving. It's still their life. Again, we're back to bodily autonomy and choosing how you want to live because it's your own body.
Yeah. All right. Whoever said that doesn't call it Carlos and bring up emotions. What? Anyway, let's go down real quick to Lucia Marr. I am excited to I guarantee we're going to meet her.
We have to.
Yeah. She reminds me of Michonne with the dogs and kicking ass.
I wonder if they'll eventually become like a party together or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Real quick. I completely skipped over Brandon. This is very sweet. He is willing to risk his safety, his life, his ability to level up to make sure that the old people are safe. I do have something more to say about that. It's just more of an opinion thing. I don't want to get too deep into the weeds since we're kind of running long. But basically, it's just a real gamer would have known they could have leveled up the old people this entire time. They could have had them like running over the rats with their wheelchairs, grubs, stuff like that, to get them leveled up, prepared for level 3 and things like that. But I get what they're doing. They're most likely not gamers. They just want to make sure people are safe, get them to level 3. That's their job. Boom. But it's a risk, a high risk.
So my question is, once they get the elderly people to the safe room, why don't they just go out and do
They
what
can't.
Carl? Why?
Remember, if you go too early, you're stuck in limbo. That's
yeah,
what
but
he was
just
talking
shove
about.
them in.
That's what Carl said. He said,
shove them down the stairs.
He said, why do you have to go with them? If they're going to be in limbo, they're safe. So why not? He's right. Why not level yourself up? But he wants to make sure they're safe. It's okay. Draw straws and put one with them then.
Yeah.
Or whoever's the highest level be like, hey, do you mind hanging out with them while we level up and catch up?
But what do you mean make sure? It's already told you they're in limbo.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'm just trying to reason, because he would be asked questions like, who's still going to stay with him? So they would probably have one person stay, most likely.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. So Agatha not on the highlights.
Let's talk. We got in tinfoil hats about that as well.
Yes, but
that's
it's sus. We're just
super sus.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Leave it at that. It's sus, and we'll talk about it later. All right, Donuts to getting obsessed with the spotlight.
She's used to being in the spotlight at the cat shows, but people hate fake. And like Carl has said,
she's taking on too much.
Yeah, just don't be fake.
Yeah, she just has
That's
to learn
all it
that.
is.
But I think she's eventually going to get to that point. So something's going to happen. She's going to be like, oh shit, I'm being too fake.
All she has to do is continue acting exactly how she has been, because that's what they have fallen in love with to begin with.
So followers, faves are turned on. Patrons are limited to 3, but now everyone gets in. However, it's during an auction.
Yes. And it's at levels 3. Wait,
it's
4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. In their auction. And the crazy thing is you can get bought out for the very cheapest, and it could be what they call an underbid. So they're going to value you just like they did on Hunger Games for, okay, Carl and Donut are worth this much. These guys are worth this much, and so on and so forth. So if Carl and Donut get underbid, like if they're worth 1,000 and someone buys them for 500, that means that person that bought them has to pay extra for the loot boxes. So they might not get loot boxes because they're like, shit, I got to shell out more money to get these fuckers loot boxes now. Why am I going to do that? So that's why you do that extra showmanship, get the rich fuckers, because if they overbuy you and bid for you more, those loot boxes come cheaper.
Okay, I was wondering how that all worked.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how the overbid.
So you want the big fish. You don't want the little patrons. You want to focus on the big fish, what we call the billionaires. For them, it'd be probably quadrillionaires, whatever the fuck it is.
So why is it only the auctions on 4, 5, and 6?
So that's probably like where most of the big transitions happen with a lot of people, where most of the kill-offs happen, and you get a best of the best. And
about
then that's
6
where, like,
or
the
something.
big games happen. Yeah. Okay. So last thing we're going to talk about is the disrespect to the bathroom. They're pissing and shitting all over the walls. This is similar to fucking Al Udeed. Men are fucking gross, by the way. I will die on this goddamn hill. Men are fucking gross in the military. At Al Udeed, you know what they do in these deployed showers, these men? In communal showers, they will shit. They will waffle stop. It's called waffle stopping. They will shit because the little drains look like the drain like we have in the bathroom. They will try to stomp their shit. They will shit in a communal bathroom, communal shower. But do they get it all down? No. Sometimes you'll have toilet paper and shit with it. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Fuck?
Yes. Everyone has been to the Al Udeed. Yes. And there's an Al Udeed Facebook group.
Oh, I'm not going to go look at that.
When I was about to get deployed to Al Udeed, I was looking at it. Maggots in the food, shit in the showers. Yeah, everyone thinks that everything's perfect for the military overseas. No. And that was before this bullshit war. That was during peacetime. Yeah, men are fucking disgusting, dude. Grown-ass men shitting in showers. I'm so mad about that.
Clearly, you're still mad about that.
So speaking of bathroom disrespect, I am fully on board with fucking elemental thing. Get them.
Just because of peeing, though?
And people out there walking those halls.
It starts
smelling.
That's true. It smells all smelly at the commons and the stairwell.
All right. We didn't do any of the other stuff for this chapter, but we did a lot of talking and crying. So we're going to call this one a wrap up.
Are you ready to turn the page?
Let's do it.
Taint for You, chapter 32.
Nothing like a little taint to wake you up. Woke me up this morning. Hey, it's nature's trail. Time to collapse. 5 days, 10 hours, views, 69 billion, followers, 635 million, favorites, 149 million.
I feel like we really have to up our game.
Yeah. Guys,
followers overnight.
Hey, we want their numbers.
You know, they essentially went viral while they slept. Thankfully, they were able to focus on task, get Team Meadowlark to the stairs. Before they left, though, Carl got Imani to show him how to use the pedicure kit. Gotta keep those little feet pristine.
First order of business, take on a new mob of snot-nosed hillbilly leprechaun wannabes who are ready to sneeze gross shit all over you if you get too close. So basically, same as having children.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew, David.
Ew, David. But no, thank you. Donut popped him real quick and had just enough mana to try out her new zombie friend spell. Fun. So zombie leprechauns.
Yeah. Hating that he has to physically loot, Carl decides that he definitely needs a long-range weapon and tries his hand at slingshot?
Bart Sims.
This, of course, brings up another painful memory of his father. Listen, man, you really need to get to therapy.
No, hey, I get it. You saw what happened with me and my mom last fucking chapter.
Therapy.
I'm with you, son. So they made their way around the quadrant, clearing out mobs, leveling up their little rascal skills. At one point, Donut almost fell for a pyramid scheme, and Carl gets the taint. I got the taint. And almost shits himself. Not that. Yeah, I didn't get so.
Perfect time.
I steered clear of the balloon, not this time. So yeah, we didn't. But anyway, so Carl almost shits himself trying to read what the description was. Spoiler free, he is fine though, and so was I.
They snatched up all the moonshine, and Carl decides he was fully in on the explosives by creating his own item, Carl's Jugaboom, part moonshine, part goblin oil, and a torch. All fire. This dungeon's on fire!
Dude, that was like harmony. Just outside the boss room, they finally encountered a new mob, fairy class. But it's all good because Carl had another plan and they didn't want to fuck with the fairy class because of their tattoos. But here we go again with a new plan.
New plan.
New plan.
Great job.
Dungeon Debrief.
Of this rev up toilet grade moonshine.
Dude, I would probably try it. Back in the day, I've tried some fucking moonshine, like real, not the store bought bullshit that you see at the BX or at Cash's liquor store. That ain't no real moonshine. I'm talking about backwoods from Virginia moonshine.
I'm sorry. Where am I from?
Oh, you're from Kentucky. Never mind. You good? You good, fam? Yeah. Never mind. You shine.
Yeah.
You know shine. All right.
I set my tablet down for that. I was like, hang on. Let me just.
Oh man, you're like shit. I'd made this last week. This really great shit. How do you think I'm getting these new tattoos for us, darling? I'm selling this shit. Anywho, so this is what you can sell it at any drink establishment on certain floors, which are. Wait a minute, are those?
Those are all
multiples of 3.
They are.
Every
I
third
found
floor.
very interesting.
So every third floor, these are highly sought after. So I wonder what mobs are on those floors then. All right. So you can drink this shit. It'll just make you fucking give you a shit face debuff.
And
been there.
three different things could happen.
I've been at a 50, probably 80% shit face debuff many times.
That's 50% chance to render you blind for 30 hours.
Been there, done that.
Blind for 30 hours?
Possibly. I blacked out. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess so.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. That happened
5% chance to immediately kill you. 45% chance to permanently raise a random stat by 2 points. And do you do it?
Yes.
With those odds?
Yes. My dude, you don't know my 19-year-old self.
Right now.
It doesn't matter right now. It matters when.
I'm talking about right now.
But we're in our 20s. Carl's in our 20s. So we're going 20s. We're going 20s. So
Carl's in our 20s.
let me tell you what 19-year-old Scott did once. For 19-year-old Scott's birthday, 19-year-old Scott thought that he could
21-year-old Scott.
No, this is 19-year-old Scott. I'll be honest. What am I going to get arrested? This is 19-year-old Scott we're talking about, who decided that he was going to do 19 shots of Southern Comfort for his birthday.
How many do you do now?
None. I can't be around Southern Comfort now.
So we should get you a cologne that smells like Southern Comfort.
Oh, I will vomit everywhere. There you go. There's your barf. You got your barf. But yeah,
now I know how to get it.
So don't think that I wouldn't. Yeah, don't think I wouldn't drink this back then. Now, hell no. No, not in a million years.
Not worth the chance.
God, no. Dumb Scott, yes. This is smart Scott we're talking about now. Okay. All right. So we got a taint debuff. I feel like that's a buff for me when I'm licking taint.
I don't even know how to respond to all of this about licking taint.
I'm just saying.
You can't heal yourself for 5 minutes.
That's true.
Hang on. Also, it is also clearly part of a bigger ambush strategy.
It is. It is ambush strategy because you're like, which hole's he going for? He can go either way. There's 2 ways.
Clearly an ambush
There's
strategy.
2 ways this taint leads, good sir. It's either go into the small cave or the big cave. Hey, so you got a little kind of clues about the Desperado Club. So there's a few of them laid out on a few floors, right?
So we've got
There's a moonshine, right?
the moonshine, her crown,
Yeah.
and the Desperado Club. But do you think they were meant to find any of these three things?
Maybe not. I don't know.
Were they meant for the other mobs? Is what I'm wondering. Were they meant for them to find?
You mean so this was accidental that this is supposed to be hidden by the syndicate kind of thing? Like
it was
like,
meant
oh,
for
shit.
the mobs to share between
very
the
well
mobs.
could be with the whole meth thing. They started a gang war with the meth.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So last thing, he created his own bomb and it's named after him. Congratulations there. That's good. Good
Carl's
for him.
Jugaboom.
Jugaboom. I would not drink that.
And I
One
guess
thing.
it sounds like it's an item in the game now. So as long as you
Yeah.
have the required ingredients, you're all set. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Ready. Quote of the chapter.
This is most unpleasant. I do not like this, Carl.
Oh, when she uses second chance spell for the first time. Yeah. Dude, you got to think when you're bringing shit.
Audio book for this.
People don't think about this. In real life, when you're bringing shit back to life, it's coming with the guts, the innards, all that shit. It's going to be dangling.
She doesn't have to touch it.
Still got to look at it. It's still following you around and, dude, I get it. No, man. It's cool. I get it. It's cool as fuck. If I had an undead army, that would be cool as shit. But I'm like,
Yeah.
I would cover them up, though. I'd buy them outfits, matching outfits.
Hang on.
Do the army.
Hang on. You ready?
Yeah.
Mummies.
Cross thought. See? The Egyptians knew what they were doing with the zombies. They're like, I don't want the innards. They sucked. Hey, dude, they pulled the brains out through the nose too. They're like,
all
dude,
of the internal organs are in
that's
the
what, the jars.
are in the
yeah.
optic jars.
So I'm saying they're just keeping them safe. They're like, that way, dude,
When
smart.
I bring this back, it's not just trailing. Oh my god.
Mummy, hey, Egyptians solved
Listen,
that problem. They're like, I got you, fam. You don't like the innards of your zombies falling out? Let me introduce you to toilet paper wrap. Got you. Just spin them up and you're good. And that, ladies and gentlemen,
my God.
are how zombies.
I really want to create a
mummies are
graphic
created.
about that. Be like, are you tired of your zombies coming with their innards and eyeballs falling out? Now
Let me introduce
introducing.
you. Mummies.
Now introducing.
Mummy wraps.
Mummy wraps.
Nanny wraps.
Mummy wraps in jars. And they
Oh
come
my
with
God.
a set of 12 jars. Oh my God, my face.
It comes in 1 ply or 2 ply. You want your innards to leak a little bit?
Next commercial. Oh, getting better ply. You have the mummy wraps, you get the 2 ply or
Because the 1 ply leaks too much. Oh my God.
or it tears through. It
Oh,
tears
yeah.
through. And you have to wrap 2 or 3 around it anyways. Oh my God. I'm
We
dying.
just created a commercial. Coming to
Mummy
a
wrap.
town near you. Okay. Wow.
Whew.
Funniest moment. That might have
Okay.
been it.
Here's Donut falling for the pyramid scheme, which even had graphics, calling it a pyramid, but words saying it wasn't a pyramid, and her going, see, it's not a pyramid.
That is lit. That's why I'm stopped right now. Fucking stop that shit home at Dinniman, because that is literally every motherfucking MLM person. Like, they're literally telling you, like they show you the fucking pyramid. They're like, here's me at top, and here's all the next people, and then you'll be under these people, and they'll be under these people. You're like,
Like, but it's not a pyramid. It's not a pyramid. And they said it's not a pyramid.
and you're like, they said it's not a
No,
pyramid.
it's not a pyramid. It's multi.
Trump said he didn't rape the people. Get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. So gullible. Jesus Christ. That was funny.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, God. And we're back. Favorite achievement, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're not. No more taint joke.
The taint. I'm not sure that it's an achievement or a power up, but I know that it was your favorite.
Yes. Yes. We've spent enough time on the taint. I did this morning.
Oh my. Hey, let's talk about the mobs we encountered. here.
Mobs.
Give us the first one.
All right. God. Unvaccinated Clericon, am I saying that right? Clericon, Rev Up Consultant Level 3, basically fairy class, does 20% more damage to Carl due to his Goblin Pass. If you come in contact, you will be infected with taint for 5 minutes. So basically, fucking little asshole children that spit on you.
Gross.
Yeah.
They're all snotty nosed.
Yeah, with snotty noses and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then we have the Laminac Rev Up Consultant Elite Level 6. They are the second tier of the Rev Up Empire. And they have immunity to most health seeping attacks. And their essence is prized as a shield against disease, whatever the hell that means.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Got it.
Fabulous.
That
That's
does it for this week's chapters. So, on to Nerds Explaining Nerd Things. Yes, we have a full segment now.
I'm super excited.
And then we got tinfoil hats.
You ready for the page?
Let's do it.
Nerds explaining nerd things.
Welcome to Nerds Explaining Nerd Things. Obviously, this is a little bit different. We're doing it at the end of the episode. The way it's going to work is Genevieve over here is going to read the definition of the word or words we are going to be discussing for nerd lingo, and I'll be giving you the layman's terms.
I love it.
All right, you ready?
That totally sounds like our whole vibe.
All right, and go.
All right, our first one, compounding damage. Definition: damage that increases in severity over time through the accumulation of effects, wherein each instance of harm amplifies the effect of subsequent harm.
In layman's terms, if you hit it with the same object, the damage multiplies. Magic and shit.
Love it. All right, next one, fog of war. Definition: the state of uncertainty and incomplete information experienced by combatants regarding enemy positions, movements, and intentions within a given operational theater.
In layman's terms, shit you can't see.
All right, next, Among Us. Definition: an asymmetric multiplayer social deduction game in which a subset of players, designated as imposters, engage in sabotage and covert elimination of crewmates while evading detection through deception, misdirection, and the manipulation of social dynamics during structured deliberative phases. Or in other words,
Layman's terms, a game that teaches your children not to trust anyone and to use democracy to exile those they fear.
and last but not least, dark vision. Definition: a passive sensory ability attributed to certain creatures or player characters, enabling unimpaired visual perception within conditions of total or near total luminous absence, typically expressed as finite radial range within which the bearer perceives their environment in achromatic detail without reliance on an external light source.
In layman's terms, basically you can see shit in the dark without MVG's night vision goggles.
And that will do it for this week's lesson of Nerds Explaining Nerd Things.
Hey kids, what time is it?
Tinfoil hat time!
All right, on to the first one and go.
What is up with Agatha and her shopping cart?
Like what is in the IKEA bag and shit?
Yeah, what's going on with that? Why did she bring it with her? Why hasn't she gone to the tutorial guild? What's going on with that?
It's been Agatha all along. Zing! But I think she's one of the seated humans. I think she's there to help them. Whatever is in the bag is very important. Maybe like a radio between her and the people.
Some kind of communication device?
Maybe.
Ooh, okay.
There's something secret in there that's going to help them, or just something she just can't show everybody.
Something she's really freaked out about getting a hold of. Okay.
Okay.
Why can't Carl be a cat? Because Morty told him that he can't race change into a cat. Why not?
Wasn't it something about it still has to be kind of close to what your original species is? So, for instance, he can change into a different race, but it has to be humanoid, whereas she can go more feline, four-legged kind of creature. That is my guess. I think did he not explain that? I thought he did, maybe.
Maybe I missed that.
Yeah, it could be off. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right. Why lie about them being on the surface of the planet? Carl can tell they are on approximately a boat while they're on the show with Odette. So are they keeping it secret for a reason? Why do they not want the callers to know where they're at?
Are they using the term on the surface of the planet loosely, and the water could be on the surface of the planet? But that sounded weird. And the fact that he noted we're on a boat, like, why did they say it like that?
But it's probably just somewhere. They're still on Earth, obviously, because they can't probably have the technology to zap them far. But obviously Odette and the live audience are safe somewhere else because it's for their safety, just in case some crawler goes crazy and is off Odette. So that makes sense. So yeah, I just think that it's just for a safety thing. They just have a certain maybe floating barge or something somewhere where they do these interviews. That's my guess.
Okay. I'm going to ask real quick about Odette, though.
Yeah. So Princess Donut, while on the show, was asked if she was Earth royalty. She played it up, which I think was smart. We talked about this earlier. I do think that is going to come into play later. I think somehow she's going to get past some type of mobs or something because they're going to be like, oh, look, I'm royalty of Earth. She's going to be like, yes. And then Carl's going to be the manservant and stuff like that.
So my tinfoil hat on this is, wouldn't they know already if she was Earth royalty?
No.
They've been studying Earth for...
They don't... Okay.
For a really long time.
They don't give
according
a fuck.
to Mordecai.
They don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Do you think that the Israeli people give two shits about the Palestine? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't care. because
you're just another body on their
that's
show.
what the people like Agatha are for. The seated humans is to take care of the world, get the world going, while the Borat Corporation and Syndicate are over here dealing with these worlds and putting this game on this world. So they just know what's given to them off of TV and stuff like that. So that's why everyone's caricatured. So they don't know dick, to be honest with you. So that's why it's easy for her to play it up because they don't know any better.
Okay.
So it's
smart. She came all out with it and had all the right words.
Yep. And we definitely think that Borat is for sure trying to end this early because they are going bankrupt most likely. So they're trying to cash in all their assets.
So is that why the season came out early also?
Yes.
Everything's just kind of cascading for them.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be
I don't
sped
know
up.
if the Syndicate is asking for early money or if the Borat Corporation is just losing money somehow because we don't know what their other operations are, obviously.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, oh, fuck, we owe these people money and it's our season. We got to hurry this fuck up and all this shit. Yeah. It's going to be something simple like that. And so like, you massacred billions of people because of this.
Yeah.
It's going to be something absolutely crazy that only billionaires care about.
Ugh. All right. Let's talk about the indentureship contracts that get frozen during a bankruptcy seizure action. Wow. Meaning they would never get to leave their indentureship. So would Mordecai essentially be stuck in limbo forever?
That's what it sounds like.
But during bankruptcy seizure actions, can't you purchase a bankruptcy or something?
The bank would own it.
Would the syndicate then own it? And the syndicate own his
so I don't think that they would be in limbo forever. I think that they would probably be. So what usually would happen is they would auction your stuff, right? So they seize your property, bankruptcy, your estate sale. It would be an estate sale. So they would sell Mordecai to the highest bidder for their games, for instance, by the other corporation. And then he might have to re-sign a new contract or they might agree to where you can do your 1 year and get out. So yeah, that's capitalism.
I wonder if
we also know the loot boxes are not random. It's so they can spice up the show. They're like, okay, here's a cat. Let's get her cat stuff. But we also like the fact that she's sassy as fuck and all that stuff. So let's give her a crown and all this sparkly stuff where, oh, it's funny that Carl's not wearing pants. Let's not give him any fucking pants.
So do you think that's the part that's written into the rules, that it has to keep producing money, that it has to keep producing views for them to gift those items? Is that what they mean when they say the loot boxes aren't random and it's written into the rules? What does that mean?
That just means that, for instance, you can't give Carl a pet biscuit.
Something he can't use.
Exactly.
Okay,
so it has to be useful for that species, for that class, most likely.
Okay.
That is what I'm guessing. But it sounds like you can still fuck them over. If you think it's funny that he's not wearing pants, but you give him a pedicure kit, that's still a powerful item, but you're still playing with the fact that it's funny that he's still barefoot, right?
Yeah.
You're still playing with the foot fetish thing. So that's kind of what they mean by that.
Let's talk about those 2 gold coins.
Right?
Donut snatched them up off of the danger dingoes.
Frogger.
And wait, what?
Or do you think this is currency?
I don't know. I don't know, but she was super quick about it.
Yeah.
Didn't say nothing about it. And they're just hanging out
Carl
in her
got
inventory.
some coins too, though, eventually.
Yeah, but this was different.
Because she probably didn't know what it was or what to do with it. And she might, again, I'm not saying.
Donut is also sus.
This is still survival. Is still survival. I understand that in a situation like this, you want to prepare for a worst case scenario. What if Carl dies? Now she has 2 gold coins that she's carrying. So I'm not saying it's lying.
I don't think they were like money.
Okay, so you don't think that it's currency. You think that it's special.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they were, let's see, those are the danger dingoes. So they have the kobolds and the slave masters or something, right? So maybe it's something like a pass to get through them or something that they will want later, maybe. I don't know.
It could be.
But it was just kind of sus that I don't know. It was just very snatchy. And he noted it. So that's why I brought it up.
So the old people are slowing them down a little bit. Carl's a little bit worried that they're not getting the upgrades in time that they need to go further. So if you were in this situation, what would you do?
That's a tough one.
I thought about this a little bit.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. I feel like I would do what Carl and Donut are doing. I feel like I would make sure that everybody is safe to the safe room and then go out and do the thing. But I would also try to get the 4 capable people to go with me.
Yeah.
Because the more people are I know that the XP is going to be dispersed among everybody, but you're still going to be able to fight more things. So
Well, not just
essentially,
things, but other crawlers too, because you got Frank and Maggie still out there, and who knows what else.
well, too, and you could run into another neighborhood boss. So then you could take on the neighborhood boss really quickly. So you could essentially take on bigger bosses more quickly, or more bosses, or more.
Yeah. So he feels like they're just dilly dallying because it's taking them a long time just to get down to the stairs because they're figuring out who wants to stay at Waffle House, which I get, or who wants to come down the stairs, and they're old and all this shit, which I think is why Agatha was like, fuck, you guys are taking too damn long. So she hurried her ass down there to open shit up
That's also sus.
That's the whole point though.
Yeah.
I don't think she's bad. I think she's trying to further the game along. She's doing what she's paid to do. I think she's played the game in her human seed world. She's just old now because it's probably been, she's a human. She ages in human years. So I think she's helping them. She's fuck, time's running out. No one's moving because Carl and Donut are just over there planning. She's fuck it. Someone's got to do something.
Yeah.
So I don't hate on her for that.
No, not at all. I don't hate on her for that.
Yeah, but she's just sus because we know she's not what she says she is. That's it.
So Carl just thinks he's falling behind because Lucia Marr and those guys, the lady with the crossbow or the bow and arrow or whatever, they're getting better gear.
But that's also a different story though, because you got to think of personalities. Lucia, it sounds like this Lucia Marr and the woman with the crossbow are just straight willing to just, might have empathy, but who knows? They might be just psychopaths and just willing to kill anything. Where Carl,
but I don't know that they're taking out crawlers. I think they're
I'm not saying they're taking out crawlers. I'm just saying I don't think they would stop for the old people. Is what I'm saying.
That and the lady with the crossbow or bow or arrow, whatever it is, she's now with several other ladies, right?
Yeah, they're starting a Valkyrie group.
Yeah,
so they're going to run into those people for sure. For sure.
And they're probably going around doing exactly what Carl and Donut should be doing, taking on the bigger groups or taking on the Valkyrie bosses. Group.
So I'm guessing again, tinfoil hat with the Valkyrie group.
Oh, there we go.
I'm wondering if it's just going to be like one of those where like protecting from men, because you know damn how men would act in this situation.
I want them to induct Donut into their group.
But that's what I mean. I think this is a great idea. She probably created this because men suck in these type of situations with the grape thing. Mm-hmm. So she's, fuck it, we're going to protect ourselves.
I like it. I mean,
me too.
That is literally what you would have to do.
Yes. All right. One big one that I have is just to make everyone cry is Miss Gibbons is going to die.
I understand why you say that, but come on. Like,
I know, but she's sweet and he's going to be like, oh, she's like my grandma. And then,
is this just a Dylan to you?
Not a, Dylan's different.
Dylan was a surprise.
Dylan was the most hopeful character I've ever met in the 2 pages that he lived. He was such a bright, shining star at that moment. And I was like, God, they're going to be best friends for, it's like, damn it. Dylan. It's forever. Dylan.
Dylan forever.
Another favorite one of our tinfoil hats here. Go for it.
Ooh, this one's really got me. Agatha not being in the highlights. Not only that, she was scrubbed from the highlights.
Because she works for the Bull Rant Company, because she's a seated human helping to move the game along further.
So how are they able to... That's some Black Mirror shit.
Yeah, it's all Black Mirror shit.
It is. That's true. It is all Black Mirror shit. You are not wrong.
Right. One of my favorite ones, this will definitely happen, since now that we know that there's a culprit in the group that has been getting yelled at for pissing on walls, fucking Jack. Poor guy probably has dementia or Alzheimer's or some shit. He doesn't know any better.
Or he's an old white guy who's
crusty white guy.
What to do.
You're not tread on me.
Tell me my fucking business.
No one about tread on me.
Yeah.
But
none of this woke shit.
But yeah, he's gonna piss on the wall. And one of those death elementals are gonna come out and fuck people up. Yeah. Easy. That's an easy one.
All right. And next one, the Rev Up pamphlet that almost got Donut in on the pyramid, not pyramid.
Oh, the pyramid scheme.
I don't think they were supposed to find that.
No.
I don't think they were supposed to find that at all.
It sounds obviously that there is the dungeon people, there's a community. It's all community because they're all like, there's dungeon grade meth, there's dungeon grade moonshine. It sounds like there's communities.
They know about the llamas. They know about that gang. It's almost like they're gangs or something.
Well, not gangs, just their people, but they're
segregated.
Yeah, they're just keeping to their own
neighborhoods.
You think of New York City, you have Chinatown, you have Little Italy, and all these other places. So people who feel comfortable, they're literally different species from other planets. So they're going to stick with their own.
Yeah,
might have some that commingle. So What do you think Carl's plan is?
All right. So they are checking out those two fairies in that room.
Fairies.
I'm assuming an explosion of some sort.
Oh, yeah.
But they've got all that moonshine. So there's got to be like a controlled explosion. Or
Well,
something.
he's building that Carl's jug of boom or whatever.
They already used that.
But they're going to use it again.
Yep. But they can't throw it in there.
He's got so much shit in his inventory.
He does.
Where's it go? How's he know? I know how you can pull ups and that's easy, but then you got a freaking conveyor belt.
A conveyor belt in his brain or in the Mobius?
In the strip. It's just because if it's a strip, just like the strip, it's never ending. It would just like a conveyor belt, like the luggage, right? Yeah, because you just dial it.
Because
check
it's literally every point in time is now.
Or, I know what it is.
Everything is now.
I know what it is. It's a vending machine. It's a never end. It's an infinity vending machine. You just put it in. You're like,
no, you've got 99 in a.
Yeah, dude, there it comes. Got my bomb.
It's just super fast.
Yeah, a lot faster. The vending machine.
Vending machine.
I don't know what's comparable. I'm sure China has it because their technology is way better than ours. Right. I have something cool
and
like
Japan.
That. Yeah, you suck. I want a vending machine where I can have inventory.
I've been in Korea where they have the little pizzas.
Yes.
Pizza vending machines.
Heard about those.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you think Carl's plan is? You never said.
Oh, I have no idea.
What?
I don't know, man.
You just think explosions are the way to go?
Probably. I'm just excited because he's fighting fairies and 20% damage. It's gonna be a rough one.
He has that. Donut does not.
Donut does not. Donut might.
And
have
he
to get her
asked
hands
her.
dirty.
And he asked her about the puddle jumper spell.
But that's the fun thing about Lit RPG. Everybody is now you can look in their inventory, their spell slots, and be like, "How the fuck are they gonna get out of this one?" That's the whole point of this.